Welcome back to Pokémon Stadium 2. Alright, so let's start the Kanto Gym Leader Castle. Yeah.
Is that Brock from Kanto? Kanto. That's my favorite region. Kanto.
Wow, what an original statement.
Kanto.
Oh yeah, Brock, the one with the shitty dad.
Go ahead, too.
And Mom.
When it comes to rock Pokemon, I'm the best. Come on.
But Deji, his mom died.
He lied.
Yeah, that's actually.
Actually, wait. In the Japanese version, Flint tells Ash, "Oh, his mom just left out of frustration." In the English version, he's like, "She died."
Okay. To be fair, given how she turns up being alive, I guess the dub version probably had the better case going there, because in the original version, that just makes him look like a dick for lying about her being dead when she was actually well and truly alive.
The death thing was the 4Kids one.
Yeah.
As a nice callback, we also bring back the gyms from Pokémon Stadium 1 in.
Nice.
And we get the Gen 2 remixes of the Kanto gym feeds.
Yeah.
I mean, I still prefer the Gen 1 versions, but these are good too.
Alright. So yeah, unlike with the Kanto Gym Leader Castle in Stadium 1, they don't have trainers going before the gym leaders. My guess is they thought that the Gym Leader Castle mode was already going on long enough, and they didn't feel like they didn't want to prolong this anymore. So let's just have the gym leaders themselves plus the mystery final opponent. So should be fine.
You know, I gotta give Gen 2 some credit. Back in the day, it was such a mad, loud move to literally go, okay, so you completed one game. Now here's the equivalent of the first game, all ready for you to go right after finishing that first half off.
Yeah. Thank you, Iwata-san.
You know, I'm not surprised that was Iwata's idea.
I don't think that's the thing. Apparently, it's not so much it was. It's more so that he's the one who helped Game Freak get that shit in, because apparently they were having issues with that.
I mean, they were having. I think it was thanks to him that the first Pokemon game came in like a functional state. Thankfully,
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I said before.
Surprised if he helped them even with Gen 2.
It's like I said before, Jova. I forgot which part it was, but like I said before, if you actually look at the behind-the-scenes information of a lot of Pokemon, again, even before the controversy started, if you go back to the Game Boy era, if you actually look at the behind-the-scenes info, it does paint Game Freak as mediocre developers who often have difficulties doing things. So
hey, to give them credit, from what I recall, they handled Gen 3 fine on their own. Pretty much Gens 3 through 5.
Sure.
Fine, if I recall correctly.
Also, their spin-off games like Drill Dozer, as far as I know, they're fine. No?
Oh, sure. I'm not saying they're bad developers. It's just that sometimes they have some very noticeable weaknesses that cause problems, and like has been said many times before, their transition to 3D clearly had difficulties, and especially nowadays.
Remind me again, that because I think it was you. Did you play it recently, Tempo the Badass Elephant?
Yes, unfortunately.
No, I was about to ask, how is it?
It started off. The first world started off promising, and then it just went downhill.
Oh.
How downhill?
Like it's just the Rambi levels from TKC. Like, how do you make that bad? Also, the game was poorly optimized.
The word is used. I'm glad to admit, what a generic phrase.
I mean, he's not wrong.
But it's not anything particularly unique, like Sabrina could say that.
Like I said, originality's overrated, so...
Oh yeah, this
is wit overrated too, Dwebs? Alright, Jova, go on.
I never said that, it's just, well, again, I'm more of a fan of function over form.
It sounds like you're pretty good, but I won't lose.
Also, why is Misty's hair pink?
Okay. To be fair, she does go for a style change for Generation 2, grows out her hair some, so I'm not too surprised she looks
Her
different.
hair doesn't change color though. It's supposed to be the
It's
same.
still orange. You know.
Okay. Okay. It's still orange here. It's just shaded a bit that it looks like pink a bit at first glance, but it technically is still a shade of orange, I would say. It just looks
I guess
more
it's
red.
just art style.
Art style can affect coloring, admittedly. Whatever you do, just don't wreck her bike.
She'll never forgive you.
Well, actually, but remember, Ash gave her a new bike at the end of the Jordan season.
It'll take you a while.
No. Here's what happened. Nurse Joy fixed it.
It took her that long to fix the bike?
Well, they never went back to the place until up to that point.
Which is interesting because they do.
Okay.
Which is interesting because there's a scene in the Viridian City gym episode where they do pass through the Pokemon Center and they even make I see that the center is back on its feet and shit. They even make a callback to that episode, and yet they don't go in. So what you're telling me, Deji, is that if they did go into the Pokemon Center in that episode, Misty would have found her fixed bike and she would have left immediately already. So.
Oh, that's cute. She has a Togetic.
Yeah, as a little reference to the anime, she has a Togetic.
You know, it will forever tick me off that when they brought Misty back in Hoenn, Togepi finally does something useful, evolves, and she had to get rid of it. I was like, oh my god.
I think they were teasing us at that point.
Like,
You know, Togetic is like the equivalent of Cream in Sonic Battle. Incredibly reluctant to fight, even though in reality it probably could do some damage if it just nutted up.
But competitively, Togekiss is really good.
Yes! Again, my comparison to Cream the Rabbit holds in that regard. Hey, I'm looking here, Quagsire.
Alright. Okay, what to do?
Check.
You need a grass move for this fucker.
That boosts the power of water-type moves.
Yeah, rain dance.
Thank you for letting us know that, Misty.
I'm guessing she's operating on Yu-Gi-Oh logic.
Oh goddamn! It's raining in my office.
She's operating on Yu-Gi-Oh logic, Jova. I use Pot of Greed. It allows me to draw 2 cards, and every single time in the anime, someone else says, I use Pot of Greed. It allows me to draw 2 cards. I'm like, we know, we know.
I'm not sure what it does in the end, though.
You know, honestly, I like to imagine what happens if a Pokemon accidentally casts Downpour. It's like, wait, it's raining! It's raining in my office!
It's
All my work is getting
it's
wet!
Pouring. The old glimpse is snoring.
He felt you had... That's right.
He went to bed and bumped his... Basically, Jova, believe it or not, in my English class, as in foreign language English, back in elementary school, they actually did taught me about this nursery rhyme.
I guess that's a good start.
Stupid.
Okay, that's a Misty line, definitely. Like, you can tell they definitely took inspiration from anime Misty rather than game Misty with this.
Misty face.
How could I lose to someone like you?
Yep, definitely anime Misty, and I hate her just the same.
I'll say.
Dang, Phaedra, I can't believe you hate woman.
That's
that is such a stupid thing to say. I'm not even going to acknowledge that. Moving on.
I guess Jova is the surgeon for God.
In fact, I have the perfect clip to. I would have a perfect clip to use, but I'm lazy, so I'll just say it here. I'm gonna go ahead and assume.
Oh, hey!
It's not here.
I'm Surge, so you want to battle?
Sure, this is not here right now anyway. I'll just use one of my favorite clips. I'm gonna go ahead and assume you know why that's stupid and move on. So there you go.
Also, I don't know if he did that also in the anime, but I'm guessing he did. But at least in Master ZX, it's amazing because for its Japanese dub, he's pronouncing English words constantly to the point of being extremely comical.
Yeah, because the point is he's
Or Miracle, like Guile. Yeah, but for some reason he doesn't have the blonde hair in this version.
I'm guessing they're trying to imply that he's old, so his hair is starting to go gray. Maybe, I don't know.
Honestly, his hair seems more spiky, honestly.
No, I'm not talking about the haircut. I'm talking about the color. Again, similar to Misty.
I think it's the coloring. I think he's supposed to have brown hair originally.
I guess when Sugimori went back to redraw the characters in Gen 2, I think he wanted to let's give him some new colors to mix things up or something. I don't know. Hey, there's you missed your Q-tips.
Well, I had to basically. I am Lieutenant. I say generic army stuff.
Well, actually, in Puzzle League, you originally tried to imitate the original 4Kids VA. I don't know who played sorry.
Well, this is the game continuity, so I'm going for a different take.
That's just your reasoning for the fact that you forgot about the
What
voice you
was
gave
that
him.
defeated sprite?
He was just turning his head sideways, like, oh, whatever.
Well, why is everyone constipated these days? Also, why does he have a Porygon?
It's the Pokemon that got unfairly blamed for that incident.
Porygon died for our sins.
Also, in case you're wondering who voiced Lieutenant Surge in the anime, it was Meowth.
Maddie Wildstein.
Yes.
Yeah, I never understood this kind of attack, especially because it's built up as a triple, like they combine triple elements of fire, thunder, and water, but it's normal type.
And poor Porygon ended up in bloody Pokemon jail in the 5th movie.
I suppose that was supposed to be karma?
Mm-hmm.
In their eyes?
It wasn't even his fault, it was Pikachu.
Well,
That's
actually,
why I
it was
said
Rocket.
in their
You know
eyes.
what we have to do, Dej? We have to watch the Porygon episode, and we'll do. And of course, when we get to that
let's make
scene.
Shiri watch that. Why?
No. I'm not saying you let Shiro. I'm not talking about for the podcast. Me and Dej on our own.
Sure, we can also watch the Dratini episode as well.
Oh, no, I love that episode. It's the one where a guy literally pulls out a gun, and by gun tail, I mean a real life gun.
I know because I have a reaction image of that. So
I love that. I love that episode so much because it's so bizarre.
Because it's supposed to be a revolver, but it's basically a hand carry.
And yeah, just like in as a nice callback to Pokémon Stadium 1, Surge is Raichu still no Surf. So.
Nice.
It's still weird that in Journeys they had since Ash was stationed in Vermilion City.
Oh, hold on, Dej, let me note this out. Notice how Raichu's surfing animation in this game is him surfing on his tail. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I love
my-
foreshadowing for Gen 7's Raichu.
I know, I was about to say.
Maybe this is the game that maybe they took it from this game.
Well, was Raichu before it was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, speaking. Oh, there you go. Dej, I'm bringing up Meganium. There you go.
Boo! Hiss! Ew! Disgrace!
Did a Meganium did a Meganium crap in your food or something?
No. I just think it's a step down from Bayleaf in terms of design.
Sure. I do agree with that.
I also feel like the Snickle line's the most consistent. For Alligator, it's just what happens.
He has a nice ass.
Also, yeah, let me guess. That episode that Tio just put the photo up of didn't get released in the US.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Did you really think 4Kids would release something with this?
Kids, we should have, digitally edited away the gun. So
Yeah.
No, here's the
Too
thing.
much with the arse.
The guy actually uses the gun on Team Rocket.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Here we go.
Go on, those.
This must be a bad dream.
What a generic statement again. Whatever.
Well, okay, to be fair in that case, I guess it's...
Like the closest I can associate to maybe
Alright,
the
Debs.
reference
Erica.
PTSD from the military. I don't know.
In case you need a reminder, you played her as a very posh woman in Puzzle League, so feel free to do that again.
Yes.
Well, this is the game continuity, so I'll do something a bit different.
Go on.
Oh, I beg your pardon? I seem to have dozed off.
Oh, have you finished already? I was on board. I must have dozed off.
Yeah, Basically, I was going for her Pokemon Masters voice.
Sure. I actually think I'd prefer.
Rob that Gloria wasn't given a Scottish accent in that game.
I actually prefer your delivery from Puzzle League, but this is fine too.
Continuity.
And she has a Venusaur, but she also has a Vaporeon. Okay. And a Chansey.
I think I already said the copy pasta.
Moving on.
It's a battle against Erica of the Celadon Gym.
Ah, yes, the sexist gym.
She did come back in Journeys, but they reverted her to her game counterpart in terms of personality.
I'm guessing again because, again, anime version, flipping sexist.
It's like I said, like that episode to me is an absolute mantle of contradictions because Erica literally forbids people who don't like her perfume from entering the gym, and then yet when Ash challenges her later, she even says, "I accept the challenge. It's my duty according to league rules." Well, wait, if league rules state you need to accept all challenges, in that case, you cannot bar people from your gym just because they don't like your stupid perfume.
Technically, she didn't do that. It was the people who were.
Okay, fine. In that case, she's a shitty gym leader for letting her employees go against the rules. Then.
Well, she did what she doesn't know won't hurt her.
Again, she's a shitty leader because she should know what her employees are up to.
And keep in mind also the sexist policies going on. Ash literally had to
this
girl to get in there.
Like if Dwebs goes to my place and gets horribly served by one of my waiters, obviously he's going to complain to me because I'm in charge. So it's like,
yeah, Pedro, why did your waiter cry into my soup?
No, that's a. Don't trust me, Dwebs. Like, in a case, again, this is something where I'm actually different from my dad. Where, like, I would, if something like that were to happen on my jurisdiction, my immediate first was to apologize to the customer. And it was, look, I want to assure you that this employee will never work here ever again. I'm not even kidding. That kind of shit is not tolerated in my presence. Like,
For crying?
No, like badly serving a customer.
I mean, even over here, that's kind of the general idea here. Like, if the employee doesn't do good serving the customer reasonably, that is legit a problem.
It's the kind of shit Gordon Ramsay will yell at you for.
Oh yeah, no, you fuck. I would literally go like, "You fucking donkey." That's basically it. Yeah. Yeah, obviously. I can't really do a good Scottish accent, so.
And there you have it. Vaporeon died from having its energy drained like a vampire.
Oh, you are strong.
The Concerned Sprite looked like she was actually hit by a Phoenix Sprite objection. Oh god!
Please come on.
What happened?
Sujimori is really up to scare too.
She had a third, face sprite which looked incredibly, Uncanny Valley. It veered into the Uncanny Valley. Like the normal sprite is fine, and even the hit one where she actually puts her hand in front of her, that one is fine. But the one where she gets her eyes closed, that one just caught me off guard.
Really?
Alright, moving on. I guess it's grass versus grass at this point.
Touch it? I don't know.
Oh yeah, to get back into the Lieutenant Surge wing. Since Ash is stationed at that city and his first opponent in the World Pokemon Championship was at the gym, for some reason they just decided to make a new OC instead of bringing Surge back.
Why?
I don't know. And it's like they keep mentioning him, so it's like, and it felt like, oh, maybe we'll bring him back, but no.
Guess they wanted to subvert the audience's expectations.
Then they want to pay his actor.
But they brought him back in Masters.
Yeah, Masters.
I mean, Masters is completely different in that regard, so
Yeah, if I
I
remember
don't really see the connection there.
yeah.
Because it's the same. No, because it's the same voice actor.
Okay, fuck
Oh.
it.
You're referring to Dwibs' theory that, you know, they kept him out because of the voice actor thing.
Time to bring out the big guns.
Alright, yeah, that's it. No more Mr. Nice Pedro.
Yeah.
Nice, Pedro.
Oh god, what does this
Dwebs, there's actually
Another regain, yeah.
there's a line from TJ back in the day with the drunken peasant that he said like that I will actually even say to you right now. Nice, Pedro? When did I ever seem nice to the opponents throughout this game, Dwebs? Like
I know, that's pretty much my point there.
like one of my favorite moments in the drunken peasants is when someone accused. Oh, I remember back when I first met TJ. He was a very nice guy, and TJ's even like, "I seem nice. When did I ever seem nice? If anything, I was more of a pretentious douchebag than I am now." So, all right, Tangela.
Oh, is that the one you were talking about, Tio?
Yeah, that one where she looks happy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe the fact that the fish gets smooshed all of a sudden.
Doesn't seem too bad
It looks
to me.
too much different from the previous one. A bit inconsistent. That's why it veers into the uncanny valley to me.
See, the reason I brought Meganium first was because she had a Vaporeon, and you know I defeated the Vaporeon with Meganium. So.
Oh, how foolish of me.
Alright, Jova, you can be Janine.
Sure.
Alright. So, obviously, she's
Will
poisoned.
she avenge her father today?
Well, probably not, considering I'm.
If I beat you, I'll get a allowance raise.
Go on.
Quit trying to steal my lines, Dribs.
I know you're tough. This is deadly serious.
Well, to the mile line was better than the one Janine got.
Yeah, no excuse though. Stick to your characters, bub.
You just had 2 characters in a row, Dwebs. Now it's time for Jova to have 2 characters in a row.
Please. Why to shed a Stantler?
Why wouldn't you want to stand
Well, Theo, because we wanted to mix things up.
Counter psychic types, you should have a dark type. Like,
Why does she have a glide? Why does she have a glider?
Part poison.
Yeah, it's
It's
poison.
ground fire.
Isn't it?
No, I'm pretty sure Gligar is poison related. Let me check.
Isn't Glycore's evolution from Gen 4?
Nope, it's ground fire.
Oh yeah, it is ground flying. That's it. I'm pretty sure it can learn some good poison moves.
I think
Flying Scorpion.
Theo, I think you were mistaking Gligar.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say it. I think you were mistaking Gligar for Crobat. Theo. Crobat is the one who's poison flying. So.
Wait, what the fuck we done to Crobat?
To be fair. Okay. 2 things. One, to be fair, Crobat is supposed to look scary because he's and all that shit. Second, I really like that sprite of Janine where she's like putting her head on her hand and everything. Ha, that'll do.
The
Like,
2 fingers to the forehead bit.
yeah.
Again, she should have made an appearance in Journeys. Would have been good. Just to establish. Oh, my dad is part of the Elite Four since Lance is champion now, or something.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Bite.
This is your favorite Pokemon, right, Tia?
Sorry?
Crobat.
Not necessarily, but it's always a constant on my teams. Remember
It's
that,
like,
technically speaking, my favorite Pokemon, just out of nostalgia alone, is Fearow. Even if it's not really practical and has relatively subpar stats.
I mean,
curious,
my favorite
Tio.
Pokemon is Luxray, so I get you.
Yes, Jova?
I'm curious. Oh wait, no. So with Crobat, I'm guessing since it's one of the Pokemon you really like, that you always went out of your way to be very friendly to a Golbat.
Yes.
You see, I want one, but it's like, man, I hate racing bets.
It's actually simpler than it looks. Trust me, Dej.
No. It's
Honest-
just like, oh man, catch a Zubat. Its move pool sucks.
Honestly, am I the only one who finds it a little weird that Crobat is, you evolve a Golbat to a Crobat by, of course, giving it friendship. So why does Crobat look so pissed off with his sprites?
That's the thing. In most of the other, at least in this it does, but in most other games, he's instead he's looking more determined more than anything. Especially because it keeps its fucking mouth closed, which was an improvement over Golbat.
Oh yeah, Golbat. They made
Especially its
Golbat
Japanese
creepy as
sprite.
hell. Golbat's Japanese sprite? Oh, this I have to see.
Remember, Java, it's very infamous. It's the one where the mouth is literally slobbering all over the place.
Wait, how's that any different from the American sprite?
It's worse.
All remaining Pokemon. That's it. Stage clear.
I can understand losing to father, but losing to you?
Okay, this one's better.
Technically, I beat your dad.
I'm guessing next one is Sabrina.
Yep. Well, she comes
Oh
after.
yes, one of my favorites.
Yep. Alright.
Let's see what special extra Pokemon she has to trip us up.
I actually forgot what it is. Well, let's see.
The unseen power that is psychic force. Let us begin.
There you go. It's
You're wearing
Wigglytuff.
turquoise instead of your iconic
And
red.
Furret. Oh, you're bringing Slowbro, but not Slowking. Shame on you.
Why Furret?
Well, like I said too, because they wanted to give her some kind of non-psychic Pokemon just to give her some kind of variety in her party. Remember too, like in the original games, these trainers don't have actually 6 Pokemon, they have only like 4 or 5. So they had to give them something else. And I guess I actually really like the transparent look of Saffron Gem in here, actually. Yeah, basically. I'll bring out my dark Pokemon. Alright.
Jesus.
Starting with Alakazam, I see.
Well, it's our
Might
most
as well.
it's our most iconic Pokemon. Might as well.
Future sight.
It predicted an attack in the future.
Here we go.
There's the attack. That struck home.
Okay, that recovery animation is pretty funny for Alakazam.
Again, there's so many cool touches in the battle animations in this game. The Raichu surfing on his tail, that bit that Joba just pointed out. Like that's why it's always good to see as many of these as we can, because there's so many cool details that they put in.
That's a hit. Down it goes.
And in fact, I actually really love Alakazam's fainting animation. He looks like he just suffered a heart attack and then falls to the ground.
I know, right?
Of the next Pokemon. Oh, it's Furret.
Barrett.
See, there you go, too. See, now she can summon in a non-psychic Pokemon that's not weak to Crunch. So I guess that's the idea. It even has
snap.
so there you go. See,
Dynamic punch.
there you go. See, there's your answer too. Like it's the answer just in case someone brings up a rock Pokemon, I guess, or like
You
a
see, Sabrina
Tyranitar.
was able to predict that you would bring a dark type.
There you go. Weak spot.
Weak spot.
There you go.
Ah, and there's Future Sight coming back to bite you.
Self-fulfilled prophecy.
Literally.
Ha! Joke's on you. I
Oh
used
dear.
Earthquake.
Hang on, Earthquake.
Should have used Dynamic Punch.
Yes, it's going down.
Literally died in a hole in the ground.
Well, remember, Joba, Dynamic Punch has a 50 chance on hitting, so it's not that reliable of a move.
Slow, bro.
Pokemon now.
I prefer Slowking.
Pokemon is still capable of going up.
Yeah,
Hey, look, it's Terran.
by
It's
default.
because of the pants line, isn't it?
You know me so well, Joba.
I get
Yes.
the pants.
No, you're not saying it right. I could use pants.
Yeah. Okay.
What does he say in the Japanese version?
He says a generic line of, oh, it's cold and shit, basically. So 4Kids wanted to spice up, and to their credit, that line is not generic. Like I said, you want to talk about generic lines too. There's a lot of generic lines in the Japanese scripts of the Pokemon movies a lot of times. So that's actually one of those where I actually do prefer the 4Kids line, honestly, because if anything, it has personality to it, and like the generic, oh, it's cold in here.
That is one thing I'm willing to give 4Kids credit. You know, when they didn't screw up, they did add some much-needed flavor to some of the dubs.
And also, I am sorry, you will never convince me that the dub's portrayal of Misty is worse than the original.
Oh god.
Oh no, Japanese Misties were definitely worse. That's not even...
Yeah,
I am not embittered by this. I knew it was coming. I foresaw it. Therefore, did I really truly lose?
Alright,
I'll do it.
Sure, since you're a guest, why not?
I'll do my Eggman impression.
Yes, I was about to say.
Back in Puzzle League, I just used his anime voice.
Actually, they made me voice him.
Wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was.
It's none other than you.
What was that line when you posted that? Okay, Smartass, let's see you take a crack at it.
He actually looks like how Jim Carrey looks in the Sonic 2 movie, actually.
Huh.
Yeah, so Eggman.
No, that's what I said. I was agreeing with you. Yeah, that's exactly it. So he has a Parasect, and that's pretty much the only... and an Octillery. Yeah, an Octillery, just in case someone brings in a ground and rock Pokemon to fight the fire types. That's fair. As well as a Parasect. So basically, the Octillery and Parasect are used to counter any ground or rock Pokemon, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and kind of a shame that you only battle 3 of their Pokemon, but I guess the idea is that it keeps you guessing.
I forgot that. What Pokemon evolves in Macargo? I forgot.
I forgot. Slugma, I think?
Slugma, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No!
What?
What's wrong, Des?
Well, look, I did pull this off also in one of the earlier parts. It's essentially the Pokemon equivalent to a Ligma joke.
Oh, right.
Oh my god.
Ligma balls, yeah.
Okay, so are you sure it's safe having a Pokemon battle on an island that was destroyed by a volcano?
It's fine, Wibbs. What could possibly go wrong?
Hey, Ash agreed to it, so it's fine.
Okay, I'll admit, I always preferred Blaine's game design over his anime design.
I mentioned this earlier, but the reason why that anime design he looks like that is because it's using his beta artwork that they had.
Yeah, thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, not a fan either.
He doesn't really seem even cool. Like, honestly, I feel like he was better with his fake persona than his actual persona in the anime. In fact, he even kind of looks a bit more like it, just obviously with the wig. Otherwise, he has the mustache and the shades. Huh, Octillery. I feel like one of these things is not like the other here, Blaine.
Mm-hmm. Alright, what to use? I guess we'll go with Crunch.
In the manga, he was the one that created Mewtwo.
Really?
Yeah,
well, that's a
games as well.
Yeah, like the games also kind of imply that. So.
Yeah, but what he does is he uses his DNA on Mewtwo, so it's like, oh, he feels its pain. It's like, oh, that has some consequences.
Oh, remember, Deji, according to the first Pokemon movie, it was actually not Dr. Tenma that created Mewtwo. So.
It's just Dr. Tenma.
Well, it's intended to be an homage. Deji, like Dr. Tenma created.
There's a homage, and there's straight up teetering the line of copyright.
I wouldn't say it went that far.
My guess is that like, okay, this guy's is trying to revive his dead daughter, and what's the most iconic fictional character in Japan that will do that as well, Dr. Tenma. So that's why Sujimori drew him as Dr. Tenma. It was. I'm pretty sure it was about as simple as that.
There's only one Pokemon left to come out.
Ryu also appears in the anime. Ryu from Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
The last Pokemon. Sparks are flying from both competitors.
All right, the Surf should handle this.
There it goes. Drilled out weakness.
It is. All right. Shadow Ball.
How random.
Big blow. Yes, it's working. It's
All right.
fierce battle.
Almost done.
Now one more.
Quick, finish it off before the volcano erupts again.
Which is interesting because in Gen 2, the volcano did indeed erupt, and we see even Blue investigating and everything.
And Blaney said instead had to basically settle up in Articuno's backyard.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just found out that the Ryu guy is also voiced by Kyle Hammer as well. Come on!
He also voices Miles Edgeworth now in the current Ace Attorney games.
Alright.
All right, Dibs. I actually forgot last part that you did voice Gary in our Puzzle League run. So go ahead.
Alright.
Remember though, this one's blue instead.
Yeah, true. Go ahead.
I'm Blue, the Victorian gym leader.
Victor?
Let's get going.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you screwed up something there. Those.
Viridian, I mean. Oh, hey, I look good in Victorian era clothing, though, wouldn't you say?
No.
No.
You haven't even seen me.
Trust me, you don't have the body structure to make it work.
Male, obviously.
Now, Team Rocket, on the other hand.
And to be fair, Ash as well, including even flipping Pikachu.
The challenger must
I'm sorry. What? In context, what?
Pokemon handling.
The Legend of Mew movie.
Alright. There!
Okay, this should be
Of course,
easy.
Yes, a Gyarados.
Yeah, this is actually his. Like, if he doesn't pick Squirtle in Gen 1, this is the water Pokemon he ends up with in Gen 1. So yeah, this fits.
If I recall correctly, he had a Gyarados in either red and blue or yellow.
All three of those, actually, if I remember correctly. Like I said, if he doesn't pick Squirtle as his starter, he will end up with Gyarados as his water type.
I forget, did he change the type of the Viridian Gym from normal to just multi?
That's the thing, Jova. In Gen 2, he's the only one at the gym. There's no other trainers. Well, considering he's an asshole, I'm guessing nobody wants to work for him. So...
It's also bad, remember, we had to relocate everyone from, that worked for Giovanni in Gen 1.
True.
He doesn't.
To give him credit, he was better in Gen 2. Like, at that point, he had his character development.
Sure.
After we beat and humiliated him at the end of Gen 1, so...
That begs the question, that begs the question then, combined with what Jova just said, and the fact that it's been 3 years since Gen 1, you'd think, in the meantime, you find at least one person to be there in the gym aside from him.
I did like
Funnily enough, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee essentially just has him taking over Team Rocket, apparently.
I did like that gag in the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu / Eevee, where the professor's introducing you to Blue, and he's like, what was his name again? And then Blue says, Grabs, no one ever laughs at that joke, would you cut it out?
That's the thing, Waves. It's a common type of joke also that a lot of Pokemon web comics did over the years. So I'm pretty sure at that point the Pokemon Company, got already on that.
It would kind of be impossible for them. Like, even the Japanese fan base were making those jokes.
They're ready to go.
Alright, this should be done.
Now one more. Out of there.
Apparently Ted agrees with you.
Yep.
There are no more remaining Pokemon. That's it. Stage clear.
Alright, all 8 gym leaders done.
Hooray.
That was easy, all things considered. Lance was harder. This? Oh,
Sorry.
you really are tough. Oh, generic line. Moving on.
Maybe
You know, it's,
later.
you know, it's funny, Dwibs. You're quick to try and steal other people's lines, but you miss out on
I
your
guess
own.
who's left is red.
I read better lines anyway. You defeated all 8 of us. You've earned the right to challenge the final trainer in the Kanto Gym Leader Castle. See, I got that line, didn't I?
Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very-
You can work out your daddy issues later.
Very good, Blue. Very good.
I hate my dad. Sorry.
Not as much as Silver does.
And yes, like Theo said, yes, now we fight Red from Gen 1.
Oh boy, who's gonna voice Red, I wonder?
I know the most popular Pokemon characters are the ones that have daddy issues. Interesting.
And just like in Gen 2, Red doesn't slay a single thing. Just dot.
He hasn't improved much in Gen 7. Again, in Master ZX, he actually says a couple of lines.
I mean, they had to have him say something eventually there.
To be fair, Jova, it's treated kind of as not necessarily character development, but still like a big deal. Like, he only speaks where in a situation is like that important.
Hold on. I love
So
Ted's.
they know
Hold on.
what to do.
I love Ted's introduction to Red, though.
Alright.
Finally, the last battle. Red, the last among the toughest trainers, is the opponent. How will the challenger take on a wily veteran who has prevailed through hundreds of battles? Victory is within sight. Go for it!
Okay.
Again, they really went out of their way to have Ted really hype you up as much as possible at the beginning of each battle, basically. And
They really described Red as wily.
not just that, like this trainer who has gone through thousands of battles, veterans within sight. Go for it and all that shit. That's pretty cool.
Rest our heroes.
Yeah, go rest our
yes,
hero.
Red, the Pokemon trainer famous for occasionally ramming into walls, spawning something about an A
Back in the day-
B button and whatnot.
That's
And for
the
some
one
reason-
who got controlled by the voices. Jova.
Back in the day, this was a really cool. This was a really cool Easter egg. The fact that we're fighting our character from Gen 1
Yeah.
as the
And
final
they
boss.
never did it again.
Nope. Well, to be fair, if they did it in every gen, it would stop being special. So.
Isn't well? To be fair, Black and White 2 did had a a good excuse to do.
Oh yeah, well, Black and White 2 is a sequel, so obviously we mean.
Isn't that remind me again because you know it better? Isn't the whole thing about Black and White 2 where the protagonist of the original Black and White is literally missing and nobody knows where they went?
They want to go find and
Combat and face each other.
and
Here comes the
it's like, oh, and came back 2 years later. Apparently, Hilbert, their data is in the game, and they were supposed to appear in the Pokemon Championships, but it got cut due to
Damn.
Jova,
Yes.
did Fire Red and Leaf Green get the Twitch Plays Pokemon treatment?
Yes.
At
Yes,
this
it
point,
did.
every
Pretty much, I
game
think
got
every-
it.
Oh my god, poor Leaf. She
Okay.
to that.
No one is
Okay,
a kid
okay,
from
but-
voices that lives.
Okay, the last game I saw getting the Twitch Plays Pokemon treatment was XYZ. And mind you, this was before 3DS emulators were even regular things, so it was kind of amazing that it got...
Also, why does Red?
I don't know what they've done Sun and Moon.
Why does Red have a Meganium? Shouldn't he have a Venusaur?
Yeah, that's odd.
it restored its HP.
He's your evil mirror counterpart in this version.
Sacred fire.
But yeah, I assume the reason that they didn't have Red speak for a while is because they wanted to treat him like he was still you, the player, essentially. I'm guessing that by the time of Pokemon Masters X, they realized, okay, at this point, I think we can stop pretending that he is the player, given...
Well, for the most part, he still goes, or,
Yeah.
Okay, so here's his line. I accept your challenge. Congratulations, you win. I'll be waiting. Pikachu.
that's why he doesn't talk.
Oh, also, words are meaningless.
Oh my
Again,
god.
it's
he's
also
real.
reflected the classic Doom Marine mentality. Walk softly and carry a big Pokemon in this case.
Speaking of which, who does voice him in Pokemon Masters X?
The luckiest voice actor in the world, I guess, but I'll look it up.
The easiest paycheck.
Yeah. Bulbapedia.
Brandon James Whitler or Shut in Japanese.
Brandon Winkler.
Indeed.
Never heard of that one before.
Also, this Taurus thing, I'm guessing it's supposed to be a reference to Ash in the anime, because remember,
Possibly.
Ash has a lot of Taurus.
The X is a lot of fresh blood, the Jova.
As for who
okay.
Mr. Winkler has voiced in the past, he's Kyoshi in the Demon Slayer series, Trace in Pokemon Evolutions,
You're probably wondering who?
Zed in Disgaea 6, Louis in Beyblade Burst Surge, Betty in Pokemon Twilight Wings.
Bede. It's Bede.
I've always thought it was Betty.
Yeah, it's Bede.
Are we sure?
And other guys here. Oh, it was also Yu-Gi-Oh! And Sword Art Online. If I mention Sword Art Online, someone will probably say, "Why didn't you mention Sword Art Online?"
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's 2023. Who gives a crap?
Okay. Sword Art Online has been through a few eras. It was through that era where everyone was hyping it up as the greatest. Then it had the Backlash era where people were calling it out for its faults.
Dance Mother's Basement.
Well, I have to wonder, was he really the one who kick-started off that era?
He was one of the most popular ones doing it.
It was also the Abridged series.
Okay, from what ironically, conversely, a lot of people seem to love the Abridged series.
Mostly because it did take
much...
the piece out of it.
Wasn't expecting that, were you, Red?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. You've done it. You've defeated the very original one.
And there you won the final battle.
Hooray.
And what does he have to
he's
say
like,
about
Thank
this?
God I can finally get off this freezing mountain.
Yep, that's it. That's his line.
Riveting words.
Question mark clear.
I do like how for the Twitch Plays Pokemon Generation 2 bout, they actually did hack it so that the old trainer from the first Twitch Plays Pokemon had the same...
So now we get the Dodo Game Boy, which means we can play red, blue, and yellow at double speed.
Hooray.
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear Pallet Town's theme played at twice the speed.
If it helps you, Dwibs, when you play Crystal at double and triple speed, it mutes the sound. Not for the others though, but again, you can just use the mute button on your TV. So if that helps you.
I can just imagine it now. The theme. You go into Pallet Town, you're nice to read.
Trust me, Dwibs. Back in these days, trying to race Pokemon on the Game Boy games, having the ability to play them in this via Stadium with triple speed made the grinding a lot more bearable. So trust me, this was really cool back in the day. Because nowadays, when it comes to speeding up all games, we use emulators speed, which of course is standard. But this was back in the time where emulation still had not become the mainstay that it is now. So, and not to mention that this is something that we could do with the actual physical legit copies, which was something that we never did before or since with games. So I guess aside from the Falcon's recent ports where they do have speed up, and in the Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age also gives you the ability to speed up the game, but speed up functions in JRPGs need to become more common, definitely. So that's about it. All right, everybody.
That makes the question: what is left in Stadium?
Well, Teo, this is called Pokemon Stadium, so obviously there's a Stadium mode as well. So. That's just like the first time.
It's actually a Coliseum mode.
Yeah, when we get to Pokemon Coliseum, that's the thing. Again, the campaign, great. The actual Coliseum part of said Pokemon Coliseum, not quite the downgrade from what they did from Stadium, if you ask me. But we'll talk about it when we get there. See you, everybody.
Yeah.